Welcome back to another episode of the Driving Relationships Podcast. I am here with Trey Rohrman.
Let's go.
Austin Conroy, and we are waiting on Zach. We have not seen him today, but we got some tight schedules, so we got to get going.
I got a better idea. Let's talk pay plans.
Whoa, cash!
3, 2, 1. Quiet on the set. Pick 73.
Cash is king.
All right, so Zach's bringing the money today.
Wow.
And you want to talk pay plans, apparently.
Green.
Yeah. So this
this
is
could
what
be
we're
interesting.
talking about.
This will be interesting. This is also not real money. Well, it might be real money.
What gets
I don't
your
know.
attention?
It looks like real money.
What gets your attention?
The 50.
Okay. Debatable.
So, talking pay plan. What pay plan specifically do you want to talk about? The mic's here.
This up or just
You're going to have to sit down. No, leave it
No,
on.
I like it. It's kind of cushiony.
Why would we clean it up? Just
because
get
I
into
feel
it.
like Trey's going to do this the whole time.
Well, I might play around with it a little bit.
One for me. One for me.
Is this real money when it's clipped? Maybe
That's
that could
actually
that could.
my
Is that? Wait, is that real money? I mean, these
It
look
actually
so real.
It felt more real.
So for everybody that's naysaying and hating, this is actually from one of our sales events where we have the cash box where the money blows around. It is fake. You can see right here, Austin. It says copy.
Copy or motion picture money.
Yep.
that actually looks
But
real.
I will say, if this was left in the showroom, I do feel like there'd be some theft.
That's a good integrity test. Just drop some of these and see what happens.
All right, let's talk.
This is real money, though.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Let's talk physical pay plans, and we're going to focus on the sales staff to start.
The biggest one.
Here's where I'm hot to trot on it. How do we hire good talent when the world's shifting in a way where I deserve to be paid what I'm valuable for versus what I can produce? And maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I'm seeing in my day-to-day when I'm hiring and looking for staff.
So, do you feel like you're having trouble hiring people right now? Are you hearing this from other people? I mean, what?
So let's go to the talent grid, right? A player, so high culture, high production, I don't believe exists in a hire. Like, I don't think I walk in and hire somebody who's never done a job, right? So I'm talking a true new hire to the auto business. I don't think you hire a player. I don't think you can say that. I think that's an arrogant thing to say, this person's going to be a great salesperson.
Yeah.
I think you hire B players, high culture, performance, we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah,
That's
unsure.
what I'm talking about. I'm not looking
Unsure.
at C players where I go, man, this guy can sell. He's been at AT&T and he's slung more cell phones than anyone. No. I'm
Traditionally,
talking-
that's what we look for, though.
Well, and it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
It doesn't
but
hurt.
I
Some
think
experience
that
does
we're
never
talking,
hurts.
Welcome to the car business. Hey, we found somebody that wants to start a career with us. They love everything we do as a company.
Yeah.
They want to be at some place where they can grow. What do we pay them? Because I can tell you this, when I started at $7.25 an hour,
Draw.
it was scary. And the only reason I felt like I could be a part of this company was a relationship I had with you of you saying, hey, I'll teach you, I'll pull you through this, I'll show it, but you also still have to do this. And if you know me, I'm a super competitor of just not losing. So I'm wired for the commission, but I am also intelligent enough now to see it after 13 years of going, that's not healthy.
Right.
It's not healthy for somebody to come onto our staff and have to go into that environment.
Yeah, and it's a lot to build an entire team, an entire auto group, but specifically a dealership. And I think it's important that we mention that your perspective is Lafayette, Indiana, in the market, right?
Yep.
Because market does dictate this conversation a little bit.
Oh, I would say, yeah, especially being involved with Indianapolis now.
Yeah.
And I would say on the service side, I post an ad for a certified technician down there, and I get a certified technician. You can hire people with experience in bigger markets. Typically, it's like, oh, they bounce around, they jump around, that sort of thing. But what I hear you saying, Zach, is like the hiring pool here is much smaller. So how can I tap into people that wouldn't normally think that they want to be a car salesman? Can my pay plan attract those kind of people? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, and I think more than anything, what's the initial commitment a company should put forth versus what we currently do, which is pretty standardized, is anywhere between $1,800 a month salary to $3,000 a month salary, depending on market. Like that's a pretty traditional. Like, hey, we want to invest in you, and then you have other companies that are saying we're going to pay you $75,000 a year, which comes out to be $6,500 a month. That's a major difference. If I was coming out of college and I wasn't for sure, if I was coming into the workforce and going, I can make $6,000 or I can make $2,000. which job do I take 9 times out of 10?
Sure.
And the only time someone doesn't is if they have a relationship, no. And that's what I'm saying is like, what's the next step in the pay plan world
Right.
that we have to be on the cutting edge and not reactive now that, oh my gosh, we can't hire anybody, so we're going to go this route.
Yeah. And I think it's also important to note that like this conversation is coming based on looking at market research and our trends across the state of Indiana, right? Where we haven't really grown over the last 2 years in staffing, headcount, and the need for that. So like if you're listening to this, we're looking for 38 salespeople to join our team across the state of Indiana. In the next 60 to 90 days. And when we talk A player, B player, right, candidate quality, this is going to matter.
Oh, I would argue to everybody, this matters more in the I want to work there conversation than culture. I think culture is what gets me to ask the question. But I don't join the team, and I truly believe this when I say me. I'm a different wired individual. I understand that.
He's a dog.
I'm a D personality where it's like, show me the path and I'll figure it out, right? I get that, but I think that
dog with a nose.
even if the culture is good, if this isn't where I think it should be, I don't join the team. And I think that goes for your pay plan, my pay plan, everybody's. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not just coming here 5 days, 6 days a week for 45, 50 hours a week to hang out with people because Austin has the softest hands in Lafayette. And he's really good at massages.
Scott Larman has some good hands, okay?
Those are
Fort
some
Wayne.
big mitts.
So we come into a podcast and you want to talk about pay plans, and we don't. Are we going to just develop a pay plan right here? And
Well, that's what the
figure it
whiteboards
out.
are
It's
for
the
underneath
drive.
here. This is for your hot take notes for the pay plan itself. Let me ask this question to start out. What is the average first-year income? I looked this up before I came in.
Total income.
Total income for first-year employees in the automotive business, sales.
Okay, sales roll
across the country.
First year income.
Again, this is coming straight from the
Industry
search
data.
bar, which if you search on Google, you're going to get a different answer than chat, or if you're still on Safari. So don't hate in the comments right away.
I got my answer.
Got it down? Got it down?
No.
Wow.
I think there's there's market differences here too.
Massive
There's cost
market
of
differences,
living.
right?
There's all sorts of stuff. So
The answer is $42,000.
oh, I had 55K
58, 58.
and
So
Trey had 58.
you guys are at least on the same wavelength. So that's a
We're
solid
really
answer,
close.
right?
That's
Very
within
close.
8%, 5%.
Now here's the shift.
$3,000. I can do that math.
The median income was $52,000.
Well, okay, there you go.
So you have a little difference there, obviously. So average, when you look at it, there's a ton of very small dealerships that I would imagine that classifies even into your sole proprietorship, mom and pop lots, those kind of things. Your median, I would imagine, obviously is in the middle.
Oh, he found it. He found it.
So obviously a big breakdown in disparity there, and that's where I think, where we get to, and what I would say for this is here at this location, the mantra we've championed is 15 cars a month or $5,000 of personal income. Like if you aren't making $5,000 as an individual, we really have a hard time of encouraging you to continue to work for us.
Yeah.
Because it is a tasking job and it does require a lot.
Just clock in and out.
Yeah, so we would rather you go do something where you can make that. And obviously the reason it's $5,000 or 15 cars, we believe you sell 15 cars, you're going to make well over that number. But if you sell 9 cars, but you sell great customer experience, all the aftermarket product, you take care of them, we're not going to terminate you because you can't get to our quota. Like you're valuable, we just have to figure out how many opportunities do we allow you to be 9-car a month with, right? We don't want to give you 50 opportunities and sell, 3 cars. We want to make sure that we kind of keep that ratio in line. But my question is here is like, we still require you to be productive to earn that money. How do we shift this in the moving culture and future of how do we incentivize great human beings and effort, and then we'll transition you into production?
Yeah, and how long do you give them?
That's the note I wrote down.
learn.
Was tenure.
Yeah, to learn it.
When does it really click for somebody? Some people are very natural salespeople.
Yeah.
They're very natural just working with people. But what percent of your staff, if you have 15 salespeople on the staff, maybe 2 of them are like that?
I was going to say
Maybe 2?
sub 20% come in naturally.
So what we're really talking about is, how are you going to develop the back end of your sales staff? And is a pay plan going to, because a tenure, if they're there for 1 year, how good really are they at selling cars? What is that sweet spot you feel like, man, if I can get them past this year, I know for technicians, if I get them past year 1, it's fairly easy. Year 1 to 3 is really where we see some people either leave the industry or they turn it up, and now we just got to fuel their growth and support them. Typically, after 3 years, they're going to stick. So what is that timeline for salespeople? Are they come in like 6 months? You expect them to, hey, they can work a deal front to back. They can quote customer. They know about all the aftermarket products, and they can pitch it. They're super comfortable with it. I mean, what is that like? Man, if we could just get them to.
Well, and then I'm going to add this and turn to the director of operations of Indiana. The hot take that I would put in here is, I believe we should compensate for tenureship. As an employee stays with us and continues to develop, there's things that I never have to speak to certain employees that are not training topics that happened 3 years ago, that when we circle the boat and go, this is something we need to correct, I can do that tomorrow because I've already done it 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 7 years ago. Or when the market shifts, I can handle this because I've already gone through something similar.
Yeah.
And currently in this auto industry, that's not something I have ever seen any automotive group really incentivize and pay out, because the longer you be here, the more cars you should sell because customers are coming back.
Yeah. Sell more cars.
Bus
sell
is
more
back.
Cars. Sell more cars.
Which is true.
Well, and I think I gotta point out too, last year our company made a significant impact and commitment to vacation policy.
Massive.
Yeah.
It was after October when we were looking at some expenses. Are expenses problems? Or are they telling a story that align with what we're talking about, right? Whether that's values or goals. And one of our goals has been, for the last 7 years, retention.
Yeah.
And we've been talking about this. We've been measuring it inside of Paylocity. Wish I knew the exact average tenureship, but we can find that out. But I think it'd be, that would be a great little drop. But I think the question's good. I would say, how much weight do you put into it?
Totally agree. I think that's anything with pay, right?
Right. I mean, because, what do you get with tenure with the Roman Auto Group? Vacation extension. Like right now, that's what you get. I think it's a great, especially when we're looking for sales professionals and advisors and technicians. We're looking for them to commit to their role as a career, not necessarily come in and only do it for 6 months to a year because they want to be a sales manager. Like, that's great, and we internally promote, but that can't be our sell every time.
Yeah. And I think you guys have adequately shifted compensation to where that makes total sense. Like we have a couple of individuals on our staff that it's very, very clear, I have no desire to take a promotion.
Sure.
And that's
And that's
good
fine.
and bad, right?
Sure.
It's good from a GM standpoint of going, hey, this guy is the rock. This guy's a foundational piece for our team. How do you keep them motivated year after year after year? That's going to be an internal motivation if there's no promotion. So I would say that is a massive shift during the COVID years you guys made as an organization to say, hey, we want to invest in our staff to where each position is a career position, not a well, once you're good
transitional.
enough, you can take the next opportunity.
I'm only looking at this as a transition versus like I'm committed to doing this role with excellence. I mean, I guess here's a question, and this is sales associate and advisor, because I kind of look at those roles very similar.
They are, yeah.
They're customer facing. They're so important that they literally can turn a customer away for life or get them for life.
Yeah.
And in all reality, a high performing advisor should make similar to what a high performing sales associate should make.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make that argument. Let me put it that way. Do they? I haven't analyzed them enough to tell you ours do, but I think it's a good argument. So
I think it's a safe one too. What I would say is I think your highs on the sales floor are higher than the service advisor side. But I would say
they are
again,
currently.
the median service advisor pay is higher than the median sales pay. Because I've had multiple people make the move, as you know, and they come to me and go, my income's never been more stable. It's consistent. I control it, and it's like you had all those same variables on the sales floor,
Sure.
but it's just a completely different path.
Totally
right?
different.
Man, that's kind of a light bulb moment for me. Honestly, I never thought about it that way. Because I would always look at the one or two salespeople on the floor, like, man, they're making a ton of money, way more than the
And
advisors.
if they were a
probably.
service advisor, what do you think they would make?
A lot of money,
Right.
like because they're high performers.
They're
But
hustlers. They're nose down.
State of mind.
you're right, like back to that median income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I want everybody to understand. Like, again, if you take average, you're taking your home run hitter and you're taking the guy that shouldn't be in the major leagues, and you're saying this is the average, right? The median's lining them all up, and if there's only 7 people in the high income, obviously it's shifting that. So, like, when we look at this, the median income is really what I want to compare against, because I believe that we're above average with how we compensate, how we set up, and how we also want you to make money here.
Yeah.
Like, too many dealers are going, okay, so our profits are down, so this is coming out of your pay plan, and this over here, and that one looks good too, that I'm going to pull it out. Like, the belief I have here, I've been here 13 years, I've never watched this come out of a sales associate's compensation for us to figure a expense problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's always been, all right, the first answer to this is go sell more cars,
Yeah.
pay more money, get better people, drive that number. So, like, in your stance, do you believe with the change, because it's massive, we just looked at this and had a huge
big.
expense conversation
It's
about vacation. Do you believe sales associates see that as compensation?
That's tough. I don't, because I think the average salesperson. So our pay plan, our vacation time is 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. 1 week at 1, 2 weeks paid at 3, and 3 at 5.
And then 4 at
10.
10, which is insane because they can't
Full
even
month.
use 4 weeks.
It's a full month. It's
They end up
hard to
just
use that
staying
much.
home for 3 or 4 days to use their vacation.
So to answer the question, I don't think they're looking long term enough. Like, I truly don't think they're thinking 3, 5, 10,
Well, and for the
which is
listeners too,
where, I think that's where our management
yeah.
level is really benefiting, because if you look at our average manager, that's where they're in that 5 year plus, not necessarily your average sales associate.
And the shift we made was going from paying $50 a day
Yeah, minimum wage.
to paying essentially a compensation equivalent of what you're making to go on vacation.
Hundreds per day.
So imagine the fact that when I was in a finance role, it felt like going on vacation cost me money
Right.
It did.
because there was no compensation.
Yeah, it did.
It did because I paid for it, but it didn't cost me because I wasn't at the dealership.
Sure.
It just was that mental side of like, this week gone, I would have made this. Or even on the sales floor, this week gone, I would have made this. And instead I'm getting $50 to be gone. Like, that doesn't even pay for the meal with my family of 5. Like, so this is the shift where we went, hey, how do we make sure when you go on vacation to mentally reset from a business that we believe we pay half of your total earnings based off mental trauma, that we want you to be able to shut it off. And that's been a huge shift to watch people go, hey, I got 3 more vacation days. I have nowhere to go. I'm going to stay at home. And you hate that from an operator stance, but you also go, what kind of mental health do you think that person returns with going,
Recharge.
yeah, I'm good.
Well, and I think the one thing we haven't talked about yet is if I'm a job seeker and I'm comparing a couple different opportunities, the money's probably going to be pretty similar, especially if it's an entry-level type job.
Oh, for sure.
You're going to be comparing the benefits. And if this car dealership, does not offer any vacation for 2 years or 3 years or whatever, but the other one is, hey, you get 2 weeks right away.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to go with? That is a huge selling point. I think a lot of the vacation policy was potentially just getting up to par with what some of the competition's doing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously on the high end, it's very good, but I know there's been some candidates that I've talked to that, man, they don't want to come aboard because they're like, how many times have we negotiated vacation?
Oh, it happens.
Every deal.
It happens.
Give me a week after 90 days, whatever it is.
Yeah,
but it's like,
it happens.
that just shows you, okay, there might be a gap here in what we're trying to offer versus the marketplace. So that's how I view it. Yeah, it's a big increased expense. But again, employee health and then also recruiting, it allows us to be on par with most.
Yeah.
The 401k matching is something we haven't, mentioned either, which is great.
It's
phenomenal policy.
It's top of the industry.
Yeah, it
No
really
doubt.
is.
Truly, with sitting in the podcast, one of the things that I'll make a shift is I will quantify out what vacation compensation is and add it to my pay plan. Like that's such a great point of that I don't do is saying, hey, you get 1 week in the entry point.
Which
This
is
is what
worth
it pays,
this much.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
After your tenureship, this is what
Yeah.
it pays. After 5 years, this is what it, because that's a great mental side too of just going, is the way we present our pay plans the problem?
Well, and I think
Could be, right?
It could be the way we lay it out, the way we onboard on them.
Yeah.
Like I'm here thinking, maybe we're not educating enough.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're not
401k.
selling.
I tell you one thing. Talking with our 401k manager,
Yeah.
David Sharp, he's like, when I go into stores and talk to people that aren't enrolled in your 401k match, it's like they just never knew about it. And
Yeah.
that's shocking.
Yeah. And I think that,
Free.
all of us as people that are
money.
hiring, we're not doing a great job of selling maybe the positions with the full
Yeah.
package.
And
Sure.
that's what I'm saying is like, think about the people who are pitching and recruiting these individuals. Like
Yeah.
the only thing they care about is this on the table.
That's what it is. What do I get my first week?
Right. And that's where I think
First
if
week.
that's the focus, and that's it. Let's get in numbers, right? This is going to get uncomfortable because I'm going to ask actual dollars and cents.
I like this though.
Right.
I don't know.
So like, let's get into this and talk the numbers. Like, if I go out today and hire a new associate, what do you think we should guarantee that person, and for how long?
Yeah, I was gonna say guarantee what?
How long? If you two were sitting here saying this is what you should pay somebody to come on board, learn, teach, develop, and this is what their income should be.
I mean, someone with zero experience.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm hiring you, looking at the camera, if you're in the automotive business and you walk in and you say, here's my resume, here's how many cars I sold last month, I'm not going to hand you out the same guarantee as what's coming out here. So don't use this against me. I want to join the
You
team.
gotta be careful.
I love the culture.
You got sales professionals watching this.
I want to join the team. I love the culture. You guys have recruited me. What's the first X amount of days going to look like financially? And then I'll tell you what we actually
Define
do.
the amount of days.
That's your call. I'm asking you. You're back running the Toyota store.
Woo.
And you're
Man.
running Mitsubishi.
Okay.
J&S Auto House.
Woo. Stan, he didn't even put a number down.
It's hard for me to give you a number
Can you draw a line through that?
without
It looks
having
like a dollar sign.
any standards. I'm just saying. Okay, that's hot. That's hot.
That's a lame answer.
So no,
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
give you an answer. I'm
That's
gonna
a
give
guy
you
who
an
didn't
answer.
want to get held accountable. when
I'm
he
not
walks into the
bailing
next
on the
dealership.
answer. I'm just saying that matters a lot.
How many cars is someone expected to sell in their first 30 days if they have zero
I'm
experience?
asking you. Put it on paper. Put it on a whiteboard. What does it look like? What are you willing to commit to? And as they're writing it out, I'll share ours once I know they're far enough in they can't change theirs.
Come on. I'll do a 90-day progression.
Perfect. So we go 60 days if you hire in with a $3,000 monthly salary. Standardize out. We don't put a car expectation on you when you first hire in. We don't believe that's fair. We put an effort expectation of saying, this is how many phone calls, this is how many texts, this is how you have to be onboarded. The training platform we have a learning management system. This is what we hold you accountable to. In the second month, we'll start actually holding you accountable to a expectation of, we need you to get to 8 cars. But after that, the expectation starts to ramp up to the 15 or $5,000. And the answer is 30 days, $4,000 minimum. Okay.
So I have a 90-day
Just
plan.
flip it around. Let the camera
We can
see.
do the math.
I don't have enough time to come up with like commission, on top or
Yeah,
whatever.
which
but
there's commission on top of
I
all
would
of it.
think the first 30 days to say they aren't going to sell a car would be tough. But if they're shadowing
They'd have
somebody,
to
I can
try
see
not
that.
to sell a car.
I can see that.
You gotta
And then I would do like 8, 10, and 12 cars as my 90-day.
And the
Standards. I like that you had standards in there.
income
Well,
was,
that was 3,500.
3,500.
But then I would also give them obviously commission opportunity on
Totally
top
agree.
of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's minimum.
Right. And I think
Minimum.
that's what we all want to share. And I think that's good to see that we as a company are willing to put something like that in place for you to come on board and be a part of the team.
Hang on. How many salespeople did you say you needed to add?
38.
Oh, boy.
What's 38 times $4,000?
Come on, Logan. This is why you have a microphone back
It'll
there.
just tell you the massive scale, that we're talking about here. It's close to $160,000
Yeah, just sub of it. 152.
that you're committing
Yeah.
to onboard.
I mean,
And then obviously as a business, we want to ROI that to some extent.
well, and I would say.
And then you're going to have turnover.
152? Gosh, mental math is still sharp at 34 years of age.
Well, I said 160K and moved on already. So
That's not your personality type. My Excel spreadsheet would have it.
no, like then you're gonna have turnover. So 38 people, but how many are actually gonna make it 90 days? I mean,
You know what I love to see is what's the cost of turnover in the car business. We talk about it, and I've heard people like that's talked about in every industry.
Yeah.
We don't have a number.
I saw something the other
We
day.
got
that
no
said
numbers.
It's
It's
15
hard to-
grand. 15 grand per person every time it turns over. I'm like,
That's light.
I don't feel like I have 15 grand invested in that.
There's a lot of details
I agree,
inside of
but
that number.
I think that's like saying, you go out and what's it cost for you to grow this crop, and well, you have to take the acreage you bought the land for, and how much.
Oh well, you need.
I
the
think if you
numbers.
want to grind that out, I think you literally each employee at my dealership only speaking, I think we probably invest $5,000 when it comes to equipment investment of someone else's time. But I think the problem is, I think there is a $10,000 brain trauma aspect on the backside of going, hey, I just spent 30 days with this guy and he no-called, no-showed and just walked out. Now what? So I think
shoot,
that's
now
the
I got to
big one
hire
there.
somebody. Now you don't have a salesperson for 3 weeks while you hire somebody.
And how many
you gotta
leads do you waste?
Because you got to do a job
See.
ad, and that's going to take a week or two to interview people and get candidates, and that candidate's going to put a 2-week notice in. Now you're a month.
And Zach, I think your $5,000, you're thinking more like expense, not cost of lost business.
I could see that.
Like
yeah.
your cost of lost business, when you average,
Yeah, that's a fair point.
$3,000 to $5,000 per transaction, you hope to. I mean,
That's a fair point.
there's a lot of numbers that I
just got super depressed now.
It's
Yeah.
like Carvana. You can just make whatever profit you want and just
need
put it on the books.
We're going straight AI. Forget this conversation. If you are a AI bot, we will hire you. So
that's a pot on itself.
I know. I did see
Will
Carvana,
robots-
60% of their transactions were done by AI units last quarter.
Crazy.
So I think in wrapping this thing up, here's the question I would ask both of you guys, right? If somebody walked in the door today, would you confidently say at a dealership that you direct advise over, one of your 11 in Indiana, that we as a Roman Automotive Group have a great path to take you from high welcome to you're now fully sufficient in 90 days?
Onboarding. It's different by every store. It's not consistent, that should be a problem. That is a problem. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have which we could and probably should have a document that says do this, and then execute it.
our online development of Roman Academy was a great step forward.
Yeah.
We've been talking about how does that get better? What are the next phases for that? And I think that's definitely because that's consistent. It's reliable.
Yeah.
It's the same message.
Yeah.
So now it's my inconsistency is based on upper level staffing inside each store.
Yeah.
Because the GSM role, general sales manager role, and sales manager roles have such an impact on the first 90 days.
Yeah, and for those who aren't part of Roman Academy is our learning management system that everyone has access for 24/7.
Yeah.
It is a Netflix-like feel. I mean, our company has invested so much money into making this slick and smooth, look good,
Looks
feel
great,
good.
works great.
And I think to your point, the next step is how do we hire somebody in and say, this is your role in the next 30, 60, 90 days. These are all the classes we need you to take. And I think anyone who's been in automotive would say, there's no way we can actually onboard somebody because this industry is so absolutely drastically independent of one scenario.
Sure.
Like if we sit down and we spend a week training you, the very first customer you're going to get, you're going to run into something and go, we didn't talk about this.
Yeah.
This is a scenario I
It's
didn't
so
go
hard.
over.
I mean, think about a service advisor. How do you even train them on because I would love to have a document that's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
But you don't. That is just years of experience, and that's one of the things that struggling with keeping advisors for a while to be career oriented, that's the next phase of it. Is salespeople is the same way. It's like there may not be as much complexity to the sales side of it, in terms of like warranty stuff and things that can go wrong, but there definitely is a lot of complexity.
There is.
Yeah. And I think if you're out there and you don't have a dealership that you're confident with, here would be my 3 things. And I'd ask you guys to think of what's the hot take for you guys about if you were back going for a sales job, what would you look for in a business? For me, the very first thing is comp.
Pay plan.
I want to know that the pay plan is something that incentivizes me and prioritizes me. Too many times I feel like when you walk in, you look at a pay plan and you smell it, you sniff it, you see it and go, something's off, right? Does it initially grab your attention and go, wow, they want me to make money? Is it advertising income on a sheet of paper, should be presented that way, not verbally, that looks like, man, they have a career path of how I make more money versus, yeah, it's $60,000 to $195,000 a year. Come on in and you can earn that kind of money, right? The second one would be, does it have the benefits? Vacation, 401k. What's the other incentives in my pay plan that are benefits? Whether it's a new car allowance, whether it's a demo, whether it's insurance benefits, right? And then the last one is, who's presenting it to me and how confident do they know the pay plan?
Yeah.
I've sat through so many of my individual interviews here where literally I'm watching the person read the pay plan and expect the other person to feel like this is attractive by any means. Like, are you learning this right now for the first time as you're talking to me? Because if so, run. Even if it's my dealership, run, because that's not the management team you want to work for.
Confidence.
You want somebody that's sharp as a tack that can present it to you and say, listen, give me 90 days of investment. Here's what I will invest in you.
Sure.
So that you know that we're serious about your career. But as long as you do what I tell you from there, this is sky's the limit. And I think that's the difference of what hooked me in the car business versus another business I worked for a week and went, no way, I can't do this. Because it was, go make it.
Right. I would say, to your question, I would say the first thing would be compensation package. Then number two thing would be, I think myself as, the transfer portal era when I say this,
NIL money, baby.
is reps. So I'd come in, what are you going to pay me? How many reps are you going to guarantee me? And when I say that from a minimum, like we have all the reporting in our CRM. Question. Like I would be going in because now I know the math. I know the standards. If you give me 50, if you can guarantee me 50 fresh opportunities, I can do the math based on betting on myself, my close rates, what I can do. And then I think the third thing would be facility and product. And those are kind of two things, but does the facility meet the standards that I want to give my customer? And does the company have the resources to put the product on the showroom floor and on the pavement? Those are my four. I'm gonna break those out. Those would be my four things if I'm a salesperson interviewing for a job.
Yeah,
I'm looking at those four.
I love the quantity one and the facility. I think always salespeople pass that by going, people buy from me, not from the brand. Well, why would you not want to make your job easier?
Gosh, man, I mean,
like I do believe people buy from the person, not the company.
They do,
but also look at it and go, man, wouldn't that be so hard to work at a poor facility or a poor brand when you could have that alternative? So,
yeah, I go back to myself, because I did not have any experience in the car business or sales in general. And
what were you doing?
I took a leap. So, accounting.
Oh, okay.
I took a leap, and so one of the reasons, I would say the only reason, because I had some offers on the table. It was like, who do I really want to work for and work with? And are these people that I can learn from? Are these people that I feel like are going to grow me? And that to me was like the biggest determining factor, because really you got to think somebody who's looking for a job is going to have multiple offers. It's either the job that they're currently in versus this new one or a couple new opportunities. Yeah. So in comparison, the money, like if they're still talking to you, the money is probably about the same. Right. Or they're going to feel like they can maybe, but I think it is that just like, who are you going to work for? Can you learn from them? And then obviously benefit package and then the product, I would echo what Trey said. It's like, it's hard to sell something or do something that you don't believe in yourself or, think that is a hot product or whatever. I mean, I know a lot of sales reps that have gone to different companies and it's like, they thought the grass was going to be greener and then they got into it and it's, oh man, this is not what it was made out to be.
There's nothing happening here.
Yeah. But luckily, we have great brands.
Yeah,
all of our brands are amazing.
Great facilities now.
Great facilities.
Across the board in the state of Indiana.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So if you hate your job, if you hate who you work with, if your vacation sucks, if your tenure doesn't pay you, if you don't have time to train, your paycheck is on the table here at Rohrman Toyota and the Indiana Rohrman Automotive Group. Let's go!